It's puzzled me for years. Why is it that many of your customers won't give you the time you need to complete a full and proper presentation of your products and services when they meet you? My belief is that people, when they come to visit with you, they're anxious because they don't know what's going to happen, why it's going to happen, and when it's going to happen. People, like your customers, including yourself, much prefer to be told in advance what's going to happen, how it will happen, where it will happen, and when. Surely you agree with that. Now, ask yourself, how often at the beginning of the sale do you explain all of the important details to your customers? Well, I believe it's time to change. The bulk of salespeople never do this and move from step to step in the sales process, expecting their customers to go with them politely and pleasantly. Now, bearing in mind, they don't know where they're going, how long it's going to take, and if they're going to be asked for a major decision to be made. To put your customers much more at ease and enable you to build a much needed rapport more easily, it is really vital that you tell them what you are going to do before you do it. By doing this, they'll be far more relaxed and able to trust you because they know what's coming up and when. We call this the forming of a front-end contract. This was introduced to me many years ago by sales training legend, the late Joe Charbonneau. With the front-end contract, we explain to the customer what it is that we're going to do, including asking them for their business before we do it. There are no surprises, and they are so much more aware of the time constraints and are more likely to be engaged and focused on what we're doing. Let's say you work in the automotive industry, for example. A customer arrives, you greet them, hi, how are you, and engage in some small talk, some rapport building. You, very early in the sales process, to be a true top 10%er, one of the top 10 in your industry, you have to engage in the front-end contract. Now, if you want to know a lot more about the front-end contract, just go to our website, go to the free stuff, and you can download it. Best thing, it's free and it works. Salesperson. Bob, may I have your permission to explain to you how we do business at ABC Motors? Customer looks at you and says, yes, of course, David, yes, of course. Salesperson, thank you for that, Bob. First off, do you have a trade-in? Yes, I do. I'm driving a 2014 it's a deluxe model. I want to trade that in. Salesperson, fantastic, Bob. What I'd like to do to save you some time is to get a valuation started whilst I have a look at what you require in your new vehicle. When we find something you like, we're going to take it for a test drive to make sure it meets your needs. But in the meantime, our sales manager, Tom, will be working out the very best opportunity for you on your new vehicle. On our return, we'll review those figures, and if you're happy with it, we'll move forward. If you're not happy, you can just tell me no. The whole process takes about 30 minutes. Is that okay with you? Oh, sure. Look, can I just tell you one thing, David? I've been to 3 places before I came in to see you, and you know what? None of them would give me a price. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? How can you possibly earn someone's business if they don't know what the price is? Let's go now to the photocopier salesperson. Julie, before we go through our proposal with you, may I have your permission to explain to you how we do business here at Winning Photocopiers? Oh yes, salesperson. I brought a detailed proposal with me based on your requirements as per our last meeting. What I'd like to do is to go through this in detail with you. If you have any questions, we can stop and I'll answer those for you. At the conclusion of my proposal, I will go through a couple of recommendations that I think you'll be very impressed by. The whole process takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Then, if you're happy with what I propose, we can move forward and we can discuss delivery options. And if you aren't happy with what I've proposed, you can tell me no. Is that okay with you? You know, this habit of letting people know what you're going to do before you do it is one of the key skills of a true sales professional. Remember, it is what you do day to day, every time you engage with a customer, that makes the big difference. Learn your lines, be prepared, and as master trainer and friend Tom Hopkins says, go for it.